Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, and the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Let's go get them. I would love your advice. I just recently went through a breakup not that long ago. Okay, here's the story. I'm 23 and he's 27. He was my first boyfriend and my first sexually. We started talking back in October of last year and we hit it off right off the bat. We talked every day and even started seeing each other every weekend because that's the only time we could really spend together. I met his mom, his sister, and his son. Things in my eyes were going well. Our birthdays are both in March, so we even took time off together. The Thursday following, he told me that a girl he used to be with called him and told him he had a 2-month-old daughter. It didn't bother me because she was before me, but he didn't call me to tell me that. He texted me. Yeah, okay. Then comes April, one day at work, we were texting and I told him I would call him when I got off, but when I did call him, he didn't answer and I haven't heard from him since. The guy who introduced us, his supervisor, told me to check Facebook. So I go on his page to see him and some girl saying true love. I saw the comments on all the other pictures and he was telling her everything that he told me. I love you, I'll never leave you, etc. I don't understand what I was. I felt as if I meant nothing. While he's happy with her, I'm left feeling confused. Was I a side chick and didn't know it? I'm gonna get you. Don't worry about it, girl. Girl, yes. I'm at the point where I don't understand. I don't really want to be in a relationship with anybody. I don't want to open up or anything. Why couldn't he just be honest? Sincerely, a confused young lady. If you guys can hear, it's storming a little bit out there, and it's storming in this letter too. I understand that, you said he was your first sexually, so he took your virginity, and I understand how you can become attached and things like that, but I definitely feel like he used you and he took advantage of you. You said you guys can only see each other on the weekend. That was the only time that you guys could see each other. And, the reason why I wanted to do your strawberry letter, not because it's extremely different, but I wanted this to be a learning opportunity for a lot of the young people who watch my channel. A lot of you, my subbies, are like 19, 20, 21. A lot of you are college students and you're getting out into the dating world for the very first time. And I thought this letter was the perfect example to kind of show you some do's and some don'ts. So I'm going to help the writer of the strawberry letter, but I also want to help some of you before you even make these mistakes. Just because you've met somebody's mother and their sister and even their son doesn't mean that you are more than he has introduced you to be. You didn't say he introduced you as his girlfriend, as anything. He could have just told them, this is my friend so-and-so, and here you are thinking that is special. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm keeping it real. Meeting the parents does not mean a lot to every man. Some men do take it seriously, and some men let everybody and anybody meet the parents. So don't think that makes you special. How he treats you, especially how he introduces you, is a huge sign for what you really are to him. I have a family friend who brings a different chick to every single function. If we get together for Thanksgiving, it's a new girl. Christmas, new girl. Birthday party, new girl. Like there's a new girl every time, and she's smiling and looking like, girl, I done made it. Look, I'm meeting the family. Hi, I'm so and so. And it's like, girl, do you have any idea how many chicks we meet? He has to introduce us every single time. And so I wanted to say that for a lot of you young people, don't read anything into that. He's not saying, this is my girl, this is my fiance. He'd be like, hey, yo, I want y'all to meet so-and-so. No title at all. And I also want to say that I think that he played you and he thought that you were naive. And to be honest, there's a clue in this letter. The supervisor told you, go check Facebook. Why didn't the supervisor just tell you that he had a girlfriend? He wanted you to see it for yourself. And even when you're faced with the facts, you still like, what was I? What did I mean to him? Was I a side chick? Yes. Yes, you were. The reason why you can only see him on the weekend was because he was probably with his girl during the week and his son. And so, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like you were naive in this particular situation, but it's definitely not over for you. You can start again. You can take on a second vow of, virginity. You can, become abstinent from now on, but don't let this make you bitter. Let it make you better. You went through this terrible thing, but you can learn from this. There is no thing that's horrible, so horrible, if you can learn something from it. Yes, this was detrimental. Yes, this was very hard for you to take, but you can learn from this. The next time, if somebody approaches you, be more selective. Meeting the parents is not a huge, huge deal. Not in this day and age. Not to every single man. Some men, they do take it seriously. And they do have to date you for several months and be in a committed relationship before they let you meet mom and a sister and all this other kind of stuff. But, I don't know, she came out of nowhere. And then even, you could really tell what you were to him when he texted you that he had a child on the way. He didn't even call you to tell you that. Spending your birthdays together doesn't make him your man. Meeting his mom doesn't make him your man. Spending the weekends together doesn't make him your man. None of those things do. Forget what a man says. What does he do? How does he prove it? How does he show you? I don't know what all you were able to get and how you're so attached and everything. You guys are dating in October, and why you said that by your birthdays things had fallen apart. That's only a few months, only like 5 or 6 months. 5 or 6 months later, he had gotten everything that he needed from you. I definitely think that he used you for sex. The supervisor that introduced him to you, he should have said, he's got a girlfriend. I could tell, I feel like from the way you wrote the letter, he wanted to tell you, but he didn't want to betray the guy code. Now, I will tell you guys, I talked to you guys about this before. When I was in the military, there was a nice guy. I thought he was a nice guy that I was dating. And, I didn't date him very much. I think we went out on maybe a date or two. And his army buddies, none of his army buddies told me this man was married. But one guy was very, very sweet, came to me privately, quietly, and was like, you seem like a real nice girl. And they'll hate me and they'll be mad at me if I tell them, if they found out that I told you this. But oh boy, is married. He even told me when to come up there. He said, even though he's living in the barracks, he's married. He's actually separated from his wife and she lives elsewhere, but she comes to see him every weekend. If you show up here suddenly this weekend, you'll see her. And I was like, really? Kind of find out. So just, a lot of times, when you get introduced to guys, especially from another guy, know that their loyalty typically lies with their guy friend. And it's very rare that a guy will do what my friend did for me, and we're still friends to this day because of his honesty. But very rarely will a guy betray the guy code and let you know what's really going on. But it sounded like your supervisor, even by showing you the Facebook, he kind of betrayed his friend a little bit because he didn't have to show you that. Then you go there and you see all this information, but then you still don't know. My only issue with you, it's not that, I don't think you're a bad person or anything like that. My issue with you is the fact that even when faced with the cold, hard truth, you still act like you don't want to believe it. What do you mean, were you a side chick? Of course you were a side chick. If he's telling her the same thing he's telling you, proclaiming and professing his love to her on Facebook in front of all his family and his friends, then yes, you were the side chick. There's no pictures on his wall of you. Just because somebody introduced you to the moms and all that does not mean that that's your man. And you spend birthdays together. Some men will plan it and they'll do certain things like that to make you feel special. I do feel like you were taken advantage of, and that's unfortunate. But you can learn from this. I pray that, when you're entering your next relationship, that you pray long and hard about it before you give your body to someone. Pray long and hard about them, about their intentions. Ask God to show you everything. Make sure that you don't miss anything. The thing about waiting a guy out is if you wait him out long enough, a lot of times you'll discover these things. With me and dating this man who I found out later was married, if I was moving too quickly with him, I would have been in a horrible position. But because I move incredibly, incredibly slow, the truth came out. That's the thing. If a man truly loves you, wants to be with you, and, on a deeper level, more than just the physicality of the thing, you can wait them out. If any man who's trying to pressure me into sex, when I was dating, any man that tried to pressure me, I let him go immediately because your intentions were clear. You didn't even try to hide them. But a lot of times if you wait a man out, you will find out his true intentions. If you're praying about it, if you're saying, God, be my third eye, show me what I'm missing. Show me if he's got a past. Show me if there's someone else. Lord, I don't want my heart broken. I want you to lead me and guide me. And if he's not for me, I pray that I will say or do something that will turn him off and he just leaves me. So that I'm not the one trying to call him. I pray that he lose interest in me. I prayed that prayer many a time. God, if he's not for me, if he's not the man that you chose for me, I pray he loses interest in me. And that I don't got to worry about it. He just falls off the face of the earth. Find somebody else. And I feel like praying that prayer really helped to protect me, protect my heart, protect my body. I feel like because I involved God, before I even got into a relationship, I put God in the center of it. I feel like my relationship issues have been very, very minimal. And I feel like I've been blessed because of it. A lot of you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, date whoever it is that you want to date, and then you want to pray about it. But you can't make up, you made your own mess, but then you want God to come clean it up. I say involve God first. God, I just met so-and-so today. He seems like a nice guy. I really like him. He introduced me to his family and his friends and everything today. But Father, if he's not for me, if he's not the man that you chose for me, if he's not a man after your own heart, I pray that he loses interest in me. I pray that he never calls me again. Because I'd rather deal with this now than heartbreak later. In Jesus' name. Like, what is so wrong about praying that prayer? But a lot of you don't want to know. Because you want to do what you want to do. And then you want to pray about it. Lord, please help me save my relationship with so-and-so. Who told you to be with him in the first place? God don't bless no mess. You made yourself a mess and then you want God to come and clean it up. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, for this situation with this guy, he took advantage of you, of your naivete. He took advantage of all of that. But it's not over for you. You can ask to be forgiven if that's what you want to do. Pray and ask God to forgive you. And just be a lot more selective before you give your body to somebody. And wait them out. Pray before you even think about getting involved. The thing about women is you think that you can play the same games as men. You think that you can date casually. Oh, this is just for fun. He's just cute. You know how many strawberry letters I get from chicks who are in deep trouble, but they was just dating him, thought they was dating casually and got stuck. 2-3 kids later. Now you married to him. Now he's doing this or he's doing that. If you just put God in it in the beginning, you can avoid so much of this. This particular strawberry letter to me is about prevention for a lot of you out there. Before you get involved in stuff like this, before you let somebody take your virginity, trick you out of your virginity, pray and ask God to lead you and guide your decision making. You guys know I'm a Christian, so this is going to be my answer anyway. But I'm just saying, it's not over for you, honey. You got to learn to forgive yourself. Yes, you made a mistake, but forgive yourself and ask God to forgive you. And be different the next time. Learn from this. Anyway, I love you and I pray that you love yourself, that you value and cherish yourself. Be more selective next time. Take your time and don't get impressed by the little things. Forget what he says. What does he do? Anyway, I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces.